Let's start in Canberra, head down to the nation's capital and Parliament House in Canberra and catch up with the Shadow Climate Change and Energy Minister, Ted O'Brien. Thanks for joining us, Ted. Chris Bowen seems to think everybody at Sharm el-Sheikh loves him because of his brilliant plan to turn Australia into a renewable energy powerhouse.
Chris, great to be with you again. Look, I look across Australia and households are in a world of pain, businesses are on their knees, and that's because of power prices. But the Energy Minister has been overseas celebrating with an act of bank cheque diplomacy, signing Australia up to things that he doesn't even know how much might cost. And I'm just bewildered as to why he's doing so. And I can tell you the households I've been speaking to back in my own electorate, as well as a few businesses already this week, are just shaking their heads, wondering why on earth he's not dealing with the energy crisis here at home.
It seems extraordinary that an Australian government would sign up to an arrangement, support a fund being established that will take money from Australia. We just don't know how much, in what way, when, where, whatever. We've signed up to something that is literally an open cheque.
Yeah, and let's take it one step further, Chris. Minister Bowen claims to be the architect of this scheme, but he himself can't tell us how much we have to pay. He doesn't know how to describe the scheme. The dollar figure estimate is that US $2 trillion a year through to 2030 will have to be paid into this compensation scheme. We're signing up to it. We don't know how much it's going to cost. But what we do know is it's going to cost Australian taxpayers, and that means households, that means businesses. The very households and businesses that right now are crying because of their power bills have been signed up to sign off on God knows how much money through to 2030. And that'll go to countries like China, by the way, the second biggest economy in the world, the biggest emitter in the world, as a potential recipient of this loss and damage fund. It's quite extraordinary.
It is extraordinary. I want to show a clip of Chris Bowen from Egypt because it highlights the point that, in my view, we're seeing increasingly in this space, and that is government people with serious responsibility, i.e. a federal minister, they're starting to look and sound more like activists. You can't pick their rhetoric apart from that of the most radical climate activists. Here's Chris Bowen.
It's an honour to be representing Australia at these important negotiations. Australia's back at the table, negotiating for better climate action, pushing for more climate action.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to be running the country and sorting out our problems, not pushing for more action globally, signing up to this fund, which is open-ended. I want to come back to China because your party, the opposition today in question time, attacked the government for signing up to a fund where we would be sending money to China, this global superpower with a space program, massive defence expansion program. We'd be giving them money. They're building coal-fired power stations. We'd be giving them money. And Bowen's answer was instructive because he says we don't like this and we think we should negotiate this around. We're going to have a discussion around this. So at this point in time, he still doesn't know which countries will be donor nations and which countries will receive the money. At this point in time, it's still absolutely possible we could be paying money to China.
And Chris Bowen is celebrating it. I mean, how extraordinary. I've done a lot of negotiation in my life before politics. That was a lot of my job. I tell you what, if I ever had a Chris Bowen across the negotiation table, I would be so excited to have somebody who is so totally clueless. He doesn't know where the money's going. He doesn't know how much Australia has to pay. He doesn't know if it's going to the People's Republic of China, but we're signing up to it. Has he got a solution to energy crisis? Has he got a solution to gas prices? Is he going to help households? Is he going to help businesses? Well, no, but I'm signing up to a new international pledge. Yay is me, and there's nothing in it for Australia.
It's extraordinary. He claims to be a negotiator. He walks out of there with everyone slapping him on the back saying he did a good job signing up to fund them, and he thinks he's pulled off a great negotiation. Just extraordinary. This is worthy of Seinfeld more so than the Yes Minister. Thanks for joining us, Ted. Appreciate your time.
Thanks very much, Chris. All the best.
Ted O'Brien there, he's the Shadow Climate Change and Energy Minister. We're going to keep on this stuff because it is literally absurd what this government has done at that UN meeting. And in most of the media, they get praised for it. Why? Because, they're going to help save the planet. Yeah.